Other than doing the homework while the teacher is collecting it, what's an extreme sport?
Turning off the lights at night and running upstairs before the monsters get you.
Relaxing your eyes after turning off the alarm. Dumping in the shower without the ceremonial throwing a hand in to check the temperature.
Buying a train ticket on the train with your phone when you see the guy checking tickets at the other end of the carriage.
Lying on your resume about being proficient in Excel, then furiously googling how to do some complicated formula while the boss steps away.
Learning your lines backstage just before your character comes on.
Getting a birthday gift for a friend on your way to the party.
Seeing your train arrive at the platform but refusing to run in the hope that you've timed your walking speed just right to make it before it leaves.
Feeling your stomach start to bubble while you're still 10 minutes away from home. The amount of focus and endurance needed to succeed is nearly inhuman sometimes. Edit. I'm glad to see shitting yourself is such a common concern. Makes me feel better about all the times I've sprint waddled from my car to the bathroom. At the same time I'm sorry so many of y'all dirty bastards shit yourselves on the way home lol. My stomach used to be absolutely terrible. I've changed my diet and it's much better these days. But I used to have these drive attacks at least twice a month. On the real bad ones the feeling of your ass being on the brink of explosion comes in waves. Where if you can hold strong through the wave you get a 30-second reprieve before the next wave hits. I was in the car with my wife on my worst attack ever and when the wave peaked, about 25 seconds from my house, it took every muscle in my torso to hold the tied back sweat beaded across my forehead and my eyes welled up and a tear ran down my cheek. But I fucking made it. It's still the most grueling physical activity I have ever participated in.
Trying to take notes when the lecturer changes the slides too fast. This reminded me of when I was in uni. Everyone complained that this particular professor would go too fast during lecture and I agreed wholeheartedly. Everyone was a little punk and way too afraid to let her know except me. So next session, she's flying through everything while people scramble to write things down and I just simply ask her to slow down. She starts going slow motion even doing that slow talk thing and I was like for real. Everyone laughed and acted like I was crazy, especially since she said that she was going slow. She immediately went back to doing exactly what she was doing and those traitors went back to furiously writing everything down. I tried to help but the joke was on them. She taught everything exactly as it was in the textbook. I just went to lecture to ask supplementary questions after reading the book and never took notes in class since I had already taken notes from the textbook.
Convincing myself that I can watch a 10-minute video when I have to leave in 5 minutes.
Trying to hit airplane mode before your email gets sent out. Pro tip. If you use Gmail there is a feature that won't send your email for 10, 15 or 20 seconds after you hit send. This way if you realize you made a mistake you can pull it back from the internet by hitting undo. It's a godsend. You can turn it on at the bottom of the settings page.
Giving a presentation, created by your group, to your boss as you see the slides for the first time in the projector.
The real extreme sport is looking into the light-emitting portion of the projector to gain a split-second advantage to knowing the material before anyone else.
Closing maps when you decide you know where you're going, then having to open it and get directions again right before a turn you think sounds right. Telling yourself you'll just close your eyes for a few minutes after turning your alarm off. Did this today. Still managed to get here on time, but not like I care since I'm resigning Friday morning. Dude. Why? Live a little. Get there late. Take it easy on the job. Give yourself lots of breaks. Take a shit on the desk.
Raising your hand in class to give a summary of last night's required reading after not reading a single page. You're all good, teacher will definitely pick on the shy kid with a stutter that never volunteers anything and hates speaking in front of the class. Whenever I get called on to answer a question in class I somehow forget everything I have ever learned.
Using a public restroom without checking the amount of available toilet paper first.
Trying to type something in the Grouchat before the topic changes. Desperately sifting through relevant GIFs to look for that one that really nails it. But it has to be the next response chronologically or else it loses all impact and you see those 3 dots, someone's typing icon pop up. And it becomes a race to send that GIF before the person sends whatever they were typing. I genuinely have a shortness of breath after I beat them to it.
Ironing your clothes whilst you're wearing them. After my girlfriend moved in, I learned about the magic of ironing your clothes while wearing them just using a hair straightener. Works great on collars and fucked up front pockets on dress shirts.
Getting dressed after your friend texts you I'm here. I'm on the way, stuck in traffic. There's traffic in your hallway?